today I would be, so excited to share my experience based on my last 3 years when I started to start up to provide some interesting feature for a very specific market. So I suppose that my insights would be interesting and valuable for everybody who is targeted on small market, some small market and some niche market, and who is not a part of this industry. Because some words about us. We started 3 years ago. Before COVID, we conducted some marketing research. We found very promising market, global promising market for us. We started to develop our system, and that COVID changed all our plans. You could imagine that, probably that aviation, it's like travel and transportation, one of the mostly affected industry. So we did not have opportunity, to participate in offline events during next 2 years. So online tools like LinkedIn was the only way for us to go to our customers. So last year we became a part of global community Agiforce. So it's a kind of mix of scientific and operational guys from aviation. And this year we became a part of American National Business Aviation Association. So that's quite also interesting community for us. So what I want to share about the aviation market, it's extremely specific market. Not so many companies on the market, so only a little bit more than 1,000 of airlines globally. So there is no, Indian aviation market from our perspective, because it's 5 companies in our target audience, or there is no, I don't know, a kind of, if we were talking about European Union, we couldn't work in a different way with Swiss companies or from German, from French. It's too small markets. So we need to to find a way to work with them in a global scale, kind of unified. And so this industry, quite be honest, unfriendly to newbies. So the first question usually, how many dozens of years you are working with with aviation? Well, and when we shared, so that's our first month. So so many of them, smiling and stopping to talk with us. Yeah, they also have quite specific language that unfortunately a little bit different from country to country. Even English, so aviation English differs from United States to Europe, and in some cases one term could mean the opposite in different countries. So when usually start to talk with people, we are trying to find some common vocabulary to understand them and to be correctly understand. I also could say that this industry is extremely slow. I worked in B2B market for many years, and I could share that aviation, they do not work, quite fast way. So everything must be quite calm pace. So, and this is how people, act everywhere globally in this industry. And in the beginning, we had a hope that, because our target is medium-sized airlines, not some huge like Lufthansa or some similar companies, we believed that it would be easy for us to start to work with executive officers and everything will be faster. No, it's not working. Another problem for us in this industry is that it's that summer is a hot season for aviation, and starting from May and ending September, they are not starting any new projects. They avoid conversation with new suppliers. So that's a season when they're working hard, flying and gathering money, gathering revenue, because next half of a year will be quite low season, and that's for them would be a time to work to find new solutions. Yeah, but it's quite summer right now. Quite not so busy time for us from sales perspective, because so they are working on serving customers. And the last but not least point, it's some conflict in the minds of executive of the industries about safety and innovation. So you could, if you think about airline, and compare what airline you would prefer to fly, that who think about safety first, or a company who thinks about innovation. So I suppose the answer is quite obvious. So you would prefer to work to fly with company who think about safety, and this is of course good. And this safety paradigm, so it's in their mind. And when you are starting to talk with them about some innovation, so innovation, it's always about risk, and risk is some forbidden word in aviation. so you need to be quite so it's quite flexible, and not, you must be not too innovative, to work with them. And so what was our starting condition? Unfortunately, we did not have any aviational expert in our team. We had supporters from customer side who shared with us their ideas, their insights, but if we are talking about personal credibility, we had nothing. So we some people from IT side, from math side, from marketing, but we are not from aviation. And unfortunately, we did not find for that moment some active online community on social media. So if you would try to find some some groups in Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, about aviation, most of them would be full of lovely picture of flying plane, landing, take off, flight attendants, pilots, whatever. So because fly is still a miracle, so that there are plenty of pictures about this miracle. And it's hard to find some group where people, talking, collaborating, and or in online media. And of course, for us, it was extremely, painful during COVID, because all offline events, they were closed. And another important story, that offline events in aviation extremely expensive. So comparing with another kind of industrial events, aviation, it's one of the most expensive, based on my experience. So in the beginning, what we had nothing to to provide. We did not have some friends from aviation industry, and not so actively working social media content. So what was our way? So probably the main point that you must understand and must to accept that it's gonna be long run. So that's not a quite short run. So you need to think about quite long presence on the market. And but when first people accept your invites, and when you start to add in your contact list on LinkedIn right people from the industry, next people will come faster to you. And this is quite important. And also they as I mentioned, they they check you if you are okay right person or not. If you could you okay say right words in the right terms, and if you don't, you could be, you know, banned, and that could be a problem later. So we decided to be as much as possible careful with our terms that we use. We tried not to provide something too much, you know, optimistic. So to provide this confidence. Also, it's unfortunately or fortunately, using only LinkedIn is not working. What we mentioned that using Sales Navigator, so you are sending some request to a person, you see that this person inspected your profile, and this person does not accept your connect, because the content on in your profile, the content on your company website or your company profile is not you know, relevant, it's not interesting, not trustful enough, and they do not want to, you know, to accept even invite to start to okay to be connected with you. So using only LinkedIn is not good enough. So you unfortunately need to develop some relative and some interesting content. Your website must be, you know, alive, not just some one landing page. So something must happen there. And you always need to, you know, to react on some industry events, and congratulate with, you know, with industrial holidays, and so to be involved in what is going on right now in industry, and react in some way on website, and on your website, on your social media, and on any other potential options. So what we also mentioned could work quite good is that when you get your contact accepted on LinkedIn, you could take email, if email was okay in contacts of this person, add it to your to your subscription list. Okay, of course, inform people that we added them to this list, and if they want, they could unsubscribe. So, and it seems that it's quite quite good with from GDPR point of view. And so, but if you every time when you send an email, you have unsubscribe, so I suppose it's going to be quite good. So that's a kind of repeat. So social and organic search, they're working together. And you can see here numbers from, I suppose these numbers from April. So that's quite small market. And there's no hundreds or thousands of visitors of your website, of our website, but that's quite good for us, because in the beginning we had less, because we provided some special product, and so we do not have hundreds and hundreds visitors per day. So as I mentioned, different channels must support each other. When we started, we really believed that if somebody wants to find us, they will find. And the answer is no. It's not always working. And our first customers, they were referred to us by our competitors or our partners, but so not directly. And when we had discussion with customers, they shared that they Googled us, but they not us as a solution, a kind of like us, but they didn't find it. So take attention to it. And The case I want to share in more details today is a kind of LinkedIn research through LinkedIn. 3 months ago, we received insight that probably we need to work with a new audience. We can work with new audience. It's audience concentrated only in United States. It's United States business aviation operator. And for us, it was quite important to understand, would it be have something valuable for them or not? And so what our idea was, so we wanted to just to check and not to sell, not to push something, because we were not sure that we have something valuable, and we did not want, to create negative impact on the audience, to keep possibility to work with them later when we would be more, more prepared after first project, if it would be successful. So we defined our target audience based on sources, official sources. We found a list of potential companies. It was 200, and we matched them with LinkedIn profiles. And we started to address 3-5% per operator. And we created a chain of messages, and the chain we actually were developing and redeveloping online based on the reaction, based on additional insights that we get. We tried in mail. Did not work, and so I suppose it's a more or less obvious decision, but so we checked and it's not working. So that's how my a kind of honest invite looked. So that's what I sent a note to when we asked for accept my invitation. We started, to send next messages. So we had several of them. So every time we added some additional value, and so we have, so the message number one we sent more or less the same day when my invite was accepted, and after that we sent after 3 days we sent message number 2, so a little bit describing what we are offering and what we are trying to check, would it be interesting for customers or not. And so the third message was, just if you're curious, just let's talk. So that was our kind chain. So that's because it's not sales actual activities, that was more marketing research. So what we received, so we sent about 3,500, I suppose, invites. So quarter of companies, somebody from these companies engaged, so accepted my invite. After that, but these 100 of contacts, they did not, interact with you on chat. So we sent. So after that, we had 15 chats with people. So 5 calls. And 3 proof of concept projects started, and so we are quite positively looking that we will have projects starting probably this summer. I know that it seems that if you're working with United States market, it's not enough, just to be online. But you need to be, even for this kind of marketing research, you need to be in United States, so and be available during their working time. Because, for example, this you can see that I mentioned that my time zone is in Europe, and so that's not probably convenient for all of them. So that's additional trouble, for establishing contacts. And what I received a couple of days ago, you can check that my invite was sent more than 2 years ago. So that was a time when we are still okay, developing markets and developing products. We didn't have a product yet. So, and the answer, okay, was received several days ago, more than 2 years later. So that's how it works, you know, in LinkedIn, in this aviation. Okay, and okay, some lessons learned. You will get this presentation. I don't want to read it out loud, but the main idea, just not to be focused only LinkedIn or one channel. Right now, people people need to understand about your solution, about your offer before they would be ready to contact you. So that seems unfortunate, you know, insight for us, because we believed that if they call, we will describe everything. Unfortunately, no, it's not how it works. So they need information about you before they call you, before they email you. Okay, so that was my brief part. I would love to, okay.
Yeah, Max, thank you. Thank you for the insights and for the very practical case studies with the messages examples. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And with the numbers and with the funnel. Yeah, it was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any questions or
Yeah. We have some. We have some. I like the one of the points on your slide. It was about forget about informational bullshit or something like this.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, okay, so you know, we experimented with different messages for invite, and I was advised many times that first invite must be neutral. That okay, we are both working in aviation. It's good. Let's be friends. It's not working. So if you sending that, guy, I have something valuable exactly for you, it works better than all this. I'm glad to be a part of community. So that's bullshit.
Yeah, so it's a very good point, because we also noticed the same thing, that people just like go directly to business without a lot of like just, I don't know, small talk and discussion without the clear point. Yeah, totally makes sense.
And I want to add that LinkedIn Messenger, it's a quite ugly messenger, and it's not online like WhatsApp or Telegram, whatever. So, and you need to understand that it's going to be a kind of offline communication. So you send, and probably you will get reply next day or next week. So from this perspective, we also checked it. If you answering right now directly when the person, you know, still holding iPhone or phone with opened application, it works better than if you answer all comments during next day or next week.
Yeah, to be very fast in the communication. And if I understood correctly, you closed the deals without visiting the US. This is correct?
Yes. Yeah, so this is okay. We we still close. We did not sign contracts, but when people are talking to you, so you have exactly what we want. So that's a kind of, for me, a kind of soft contract. Yeah, but United States, it's absolutely, you know, different market. And I tell people on local payroll with physical office, not some virtual office. So that will increase your sales. So because American market, United States customers, they are kind of, you know, they require special attention. They require special ways of convenient for them.
Yeah. Would you like
Especially
to
B2B, especially B2B.
Yeah. Thank you. Got it. Would you like to change something in your approach? Maybe move to the US, or I don't know, something else?
Yeah, it seems that if if we will be successful, if we see the potential, quite significant, yeah, we will move, or at least hire somebody locally or some joint venture. But But
participants to share your contacts. Maybe he would like to ask you some additional questions.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
I would be glad, yeah, to share.
Yeah, maybe you have them on the slides. You can show them.
Yeah. Sure.
Please,
Okay.
please do, because
Yes.
we stream our conference to different platforms, have a lot of chats. Yeah, it would be great if we just repeat this slide with your contacts.
Yeah, so there are plenty of contacts. So you could contact me, WhatsApp, Telegram, email, whatever, LinkedIn profile. I would love to talk. And that's, you know, painful experience actually. I suppose that one of my biggest mistake in this venture, in this project, was that I really believed that till the landing page would be enough. No, it's not enough. So you must work carefully with different channels, to provide information.
Yeah, makes sense. So thank you so much, Max. It was very valuable, and I'm looking forward to just review this presentation again because of the scripts, because of the numbers. Yeah, thank you for sharing all of that. Thank you for your openness and positivity, because it was fun. Yeah.
This is the only way to survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
To stay positive, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you very much for this amazing event. So everybody have a nice day. So, okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.